Welcome my dear students of class 8A and 8B to my history class. The points which I have mentioned here, please look at it. Point number 1, advantages of England. Advantages of England. And second point, advantages of England. Second point, agrarian revolution. This point I have added because one student in my live class wanted to learn something about the agrarian revolution. That's why I have decided to explain this point in detailed form. And next point, good transportation or good transporting facility. Point number 4, discovery of new steam power. Point number 5, growth of new towns. 5, growth of new towns. 6, the nature of work. And point number 7, pollution, deterioration of health. Pollution, deterioration of health. Now first point, advantages of England. What are the advantages of England? England was benefited with it. England was a country having many natural resources. England was a country always faced challenges. England was a country had a natural tendency to avoid any kind of problems and disturbances, and always it could overcome all his problems by means of its intelligence, its financial power. So everywhere England always established its influence than other countries of Europe. For example, England, had established many colonies throughout Far East during industrial era. She did it with a view to utilize the natural resources from there in order to supply it to her own country, in order to supply it for her factories and industries in England. And it is due to that reason the iron and coal mines. The iron and coal mines which were situated in England. England utilized it. Iron was used in making machines. England used the iron mines properly. The coal provided cheap fuel. England was benefited with it. Besides, the large colonial empire. As a large colonial empire, England, collected raw materials from her colonies from different parts of the world at a very cheap rates, and as a result of it, these colonies helped England during the crisis period also, and also helped to produce British manufactured goods. So these are the advantages of England. And second point, agrarian revolution. Agrarian revolution. What is it? Agrarian revolution. The feudal system where the feudal lords had made many lands, and with those lands, the lands which were occupied by the feudal lords, these all were the lands of the common people or peasants and farmers. But ultimately, feudal lords used it, occupied it, declared it to be the lands of feudal lords. So this feudal system broke down during industrial age. Actually, the process was started during the period of Renaissance. the feudal lord broke down. The feudal system totally broke down during the age of Renaissance. And agrarian revolution started during the period of industrial revolution in England, agrarian revolution. Now how was it possible? Because a large number of peasants and farmers were laborers. They all were laborers. Although they were unemployed, since they were unemployed, initially during industrial revolution or during industrial era, these peasants and farmers suddenly became jobless people. They shifted villages to towns. Why? Because they needed jobs. That's why these peasants and farmers, on reaching towns and cities of England, they became laborers of factories and industries. So many laborers were available in England to be employed in the factories. As a result of it, the agrarian revolution started. Agrarian revolution. People who invested their money, rich people who invested their money to make it double, they now decided to produce huge quantity of quality crops from agricultural lands. The agricultural lands which were left by some poor peasants and farmers in their villages, and some of them sold it to the money lenders or to rich people. They purchased it from there at a very low price and low rates, and then they utilized it and started cultivating quality crops, because during industrial revolution, quality seeds were available, cheap laborers available, good transport system also was there, cheap modest of transport also was there. That's why this group of rich people, they started producing quality crops from that agricultural lands. Instead of manual labors, machines started working there. Naturally, it became helpful to them to produce bulk quantities of crops from there. They started supplying it in various markets of the world. So and as a result of it, the agrarian revolution during industrial period, during industrial age, encouraged moneylenders to invest much more amount of money in agricultural trade. Now next point, growth of towns. Discovery of new steam power. Discovery of new steam power. James Watt, invented the steam engine, steam power. This steam power facilitated the industrial revolution. In 1813, steam was used to run locomotive, but in 1830, the railway train was run with the help of steam. So thus, the transport system also was revolutionized. Besides, a number of machines also were discovered by using steam power. It also gave many advantages to the needy people or to rich people to produce quality crops, quality groups, quality clothes, in factories and industries. So steam also was utilized properly and effectively. And next point, discovery, growth of new towns. Growth of new towns. You know, people, as I mentioned earlier, started shifting the people of villages. They decided to migrate from villages to cities. Why? In search of better occupation, better job. Because labor class people or poor peasants and farmers, they realized that village life was not good for them during the time when industrial revolution took place in England. And many villagers started leaving their villages. Naturally, they decided to also decided to shift to cities and towns of England. And England was a place, many, factories and industries were established by the rich people, capitalists. The capitalists not only provide money by buying machines, tools, implements and raw materials. These kind of things promote further research to develop improved machines. It is due to their effort it became possible. Industrial revolution increased the national wealth, raised the standard of living, made life more and more comfortable, which attracted villagers to come to cities and to lead a new lifestyle. All this help in checking the most thing is that the rural population had risen sharply. Rural population as new sources of food became available. Death rates declined. That's why small villagers, poor villagers, they decided to leave their town, their villages. So they left their rural areas, migrated to the urban areas for employment. Not only for employment, but also for education, cultural benefits, better freedom and enjoyment. And next point, the nature of war. The nature of war. What was about the war the labor class usually did? The labor class had many types of war. Since the people of villages shifted to towns for employment in the factories, this in turn led to the growth of new towns in England. It made modern civilization the small farmers who cultivated land, manufactured goods in their spare time, in their homes, shifted to new industrial towns. They were forced to seek employment in factories because they were replaced by big landlords. During pre-industrial era, pre-industrial England, more than 3/4 of the population lived in small villages. By the mid-19th century, the country had made history by becoming the first nation with half of its population in cities. By 1850, millions of British people lived in crowded. By 1850, millions of British people lived in crowded, green, and industrial cities. Reformers began to speak of the mills and factories as dark and evil places because the conditions of the cheap laborers had become very miserable. Neither they were provided with good places to live, to stay, nor they were allowed to have any medical facilities. Naturally, many of them they died without being treated. This miserable condition of the labor class, the miserable condition of poor people who shifted from villages to cities, came in search of better occupation, better job, came to cities in order to get their children educated, in order to enjoy, in order to lead a very modern lifestyle. So what they dream wants, on reaching towns and cities of England, the picture was totally changed. Disillusioned. They realized that England, where industrial revolution started, was for rich people. It was not for the poor people. They were neglected. They were forced to provide labor. Even children also were forced to provide labor and had become agricultural laborers. This evil practice in England aggravated the ideas, aggravated the thinkers to think it positively. As a result, a number of social thinkers, social philosophers, they started a new movement throughout England during Industrial Revolution. They were Karl Marx, Friedrich Engels, a number of social workers, philosophers, reformers. They favored the miserable, they favored the poor people. They wanted to safeguard the interest of the common people. Why? Because their condition had become very miserable. And it is due to that reason they had become a part of industrial revolution. Since people had to work long hours under harsh conditions, factory owners and managers paid minimum amount of necessary for a workforce, often recruiting women also, children also. Because they could be hired for very low wages. Soon, a number of critics, a number of social thinkers, a number of philosophers attacked this exploitation, particularly the use of child labor. Now pollution, last point, pollution and deterioration of health. Pollution and deterioration of health. Now how was atmosphere polluted? Atmosphere was polluted because of the growth and development of factories and industries throughout England. People moved from small villages and towns to work in factories, but it became overcrowded because many people came to England from many places of the world during Industrial Revolution. The working people lived in crowded areas in the center of cities. Many lived in overcrowded tenements. Naturally, pollution also had become a great factor. The smoke and air from factories and industries, the air was fouled by fumes from where? From fossil fuels such as coal and wood, and led to a number of occupational diseases. Sewage and industrial discharge polluted rivers and streams. Naturally, it not only polluted environment and air, but also polluted water also. The economy was expanding at a rate that was more than twice the pace at which it had grown before the Industrial Revolution. Although vast differences existed between the rich and the poor, most of the population enjoyed some of the fruits of economic growth. The widespread poverty and constant threat of mass starvation that had haunted the pre-industrial age lessened in industrial Britain. Industrial Britain created nationwide dissatisfaction among the common people. The common people, who were basically poor, came from villages. What they experienced from there was not good. It also gave a birth of the concept of socialism, birth of imperialism. Later on we shall discuss about it, about the concept of imperialism. Up to this, my dear students, thank you.